as the sun peeks through the haze. And birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are all having a good morning. A little bit different this morning. We're a little bit different if you didn't catch last night's live stream. Yep. We did a little bit of shaving yesterday. My mom, yeah, she hated hated the pointy goatee, so so I changed the intro to that because normally I do the starting soon, and they keep trying to. It's a royalty-free song that I use during that, and they keep trying to copyright claim it. So I was like, okay, I'll just do a longer intro. So, well, the goatee's coming back, but I won't have the big pointy thing. So yeah, I cut it down to that. I went through AI and had the song made, and a fan of the show, they made the video clips, and I was like, okay, this will work. You know, man, people are sending stuff. So yeah, that's the new intro. I do have a YouTube short of the goatee getting cut off. So that was kind of funny. So you guys can check that out. That's on the YouTube page. So I got that short. I'll probably put that out on the other platforms later on today. My mom hated my beer. My wife loved it. Wife won. Well, I don't have a wife, so it just she hated it, and it just was a. It was either do I maintain it again, like trim things up and whatnot. And I was like, oh, I'll just let her cut it off. So it was a good experiment. It was a good experiment. I do want address something. Uh, Last night, apparently, while we were live on stream, the leeches were talking about us. And like I always tell you guys, if they're crossing any lines or anything, let me know. Well, I did get a video, and Lisa threatened me. So, pretty much, she was talking. Tori got doxxed. Well, not really. It was all posts that she had posted. She was a part of this leather fetish group, and that's fine if that's what you're into. I just find it funny that the people who are so judgmental now don't want to be judged. Um, and so they were posting all this stuff, and people found it, and then they posted it, and I found it funny. It just made me chuckle, and then I moved on. See, it says not kink shaming because yeah, that's their kink. Leather is their kink. I find it funny. Oh, you guys are all rating from Spawn Trooper. I see he's in the backstage. I'm going to bring him on. I just want to address this real quick. Um, yeah, so uh, they are mad that we found out. Well, I shouldn't even say we. That people found out this public information, and I commented on it. And you know, if I didn't bring it to the show, I commented on it primarily on Facebook. Me and Spawn Trooper alluded to it last night, but we really didn't go into it. Well, Lisa decided to threaten me and threatened to post stuff of mine. And you're not scaring me. Post whatever you think. Everything everything negative you can post about me, please post because it means someone else is saying something and you're just something like defamatory or uh, incorrect, and you're just going to be an accomplice to action I take against them. You're not going to bother me. Uh, but yeah, they're they're threatening me. So I'm going to take some type of action. I don't know what yet. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Squirrel and Spawn Trooper here uh, into the show. Hey guys.
Hey, Mike. Good morning.
hmm
I think good
I've
evening
got
for you.
right scroll very quickly. I just need to double up on what Mike has said. And funny enough, I was actually going to bring it up on my stream, but someone said, "Oh, Skip is live," and I went, "Bollocks!"
You can share
So,
the screen. Like if you come in here, you can share it to your channel too.
well, I mean, I was sharing the video of the trip because people wanted to see what it was like to drive in England. And the thing is, I had to go over to ETS to do that. And I've made a video, a whole trip from Venice all the way up to Calais. And then from Calais, I went on the ferry over to the UK. And then from the UK, I went to Southampton. And I've got two new trucks and everything else. Right. I want to point something out. Narcissists are very loud, first of all. And I'm going to point something out, and I need people to listen to this, right? Narcissists, and by the way, get that cup. Narcissists will blame you for your reaction to their disrespect.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and if you react, they blow up.
Morning,
Now,
everyone.
hang on, school. As you've noticed, Mike and I, we haven't even warmed up yet. And I'm not trying to say that as a like a man sausage swinging around. Okay, that's nothing. But the thing is, when you start doxing people, and in your own breath say you never dox people, but then you go and dox my full name that no one knew until last night. No one knew my name until last night. Well, not many anyway. And then you dox my name and Mike's, yeah, right. But you dox my name. Here's the thing: you have now proven categorically to me that you are responsible for doxing 2 innocent people a few weeks ago. And that includes Patty as well. And here's one thing you need to remember. I do have contact to members of the law enforcement and also other departments of law in the United States. I've also got a friend who is an attorney, a federal attorney. So if you people in the villages in Hampton or anywhere else where you want to hide yourself in the old Everglades where the alligators are, let me assure you, don't wake the sleeping giant because we don't care about you. We're having a coffee.
Well,
I've got my coffee right here. We don't
I,
care.
here's what I'll say. Her husband's a felon, convicted felon. He's on probation. She had a deferred prosecution. I am going to take action. I am going to take action. What action I take, I don't know yet. But um, yeah, they shouldn't complain when action is taken.
Nope.
No, I mean it's the thing is like I don't really care what they say. The more you talk about me, the more fame I get. And the more fame I get, the more Americanese women and more of your women want to come to me. I'm joking. No, the more you talk about me, okay, the less you're talking about innocent people. That's the important thing. I'd rather you attack me and talk about me continuously. That means you're not picking on innocent people that have got nothing to do with your little fantasy world. And seeing those posts being put up on Facebook, at first I was like, "Ugh," and then, haha, and now I'm like going, okay, now you're throwing the teddy out the pram because someone's doing it to you, and you don't like it. Well,
Sharon, yes.
public information, public information, and something else. I don't care. But the thing is, when you start threatening people, okay, considering that everything that Mike has said before we came on here. Now, I've come on here to have a coffee with Skipper. We're going to have a copy. What the hell?
Coffee.
Thank you, coffee. All right, and that's it. I don't care. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are narcissists, and the sooner the law deals with you, the better. Other than that, Mike, I've got a video of me driving in the UK. You want to see it? You see, now he's got rid of that goatee. He's really quiet. But then again, at
Yeah,
the same time, he's got better contact and lips to cup. It's like,
I've
oh,
learned them to try to interject with you two.
Our exhibit.
Like, Mike, literally not even 5 minutes before you went live, Spawn went live.
I know.
He wasn't even on 5 minutes and had to shut it down to come over here.
Here's what I'll say: people, if me and Spawn are live at the same time, go watch Spawn. Go watch Spawn. We
No,
need to
don't
monetize them.
do what I do. Just close everything down and come over to Skipper because at the end of the day, it's nice and warm in here. Right? He makes really good coffee and he's quite good at the old feet massage. Like, you know what I mean?
Are you trying to get hair in my coffee this morning?
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're on about.
Conspiracy, kitty.
The tale of low. The upset, ladies and gentlemen, that is the tale of L. You know what? It'd be so funny if that cat turned around and went, "You dare bite me in my tail?"
Last night I went to lay down, and yeah, her and the dog, or him and the dog, just started playing, running through the whole house.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're starting to wrestle right now. The cat's biting the dog's tail.
Wait a minute. Fleas are so jealous of veteran nation, spawn trooper, and have an obsession with.
They
I
can
mean,
kiss
funny
my
what you say
butt. That's all
about
I
cat.
have to say about them.
Right, my cat right now, right, it's really weird how she sleeps sometimes. She'll sleep there and she'll have her paws sort of in a circle in front of her, and then she'll put her head right in there, and she'll literally bury her head in her paws. And this morning, I sort of like walked in, and she just looked up, looked at me, blinked her eyes really slow, and went back down, and just and that was it. She was back out again for a couple of hours. But
Oh my. Oh my. Hold on.
what?
Okay, so there's this case that it showed up in Bad Legal Takes. Hold on, let me pull it up here. And I talked about this on last night's show. Um, and Megan Fox has already found something. So this is the case. It's Kelly Hyman or Hyman against Arnold Dowd. Okay, so they're going back and forth, and I'm reading this, and the order requires taking down, deletion of, or de-indexing of these links, and these are news stories. Like these are news stories.
Ah, dang it.
So this is why it's on Bad Legal Takes. I'm like, what the hell? Now this highlight. It comes from Bad Legal Takes. This order with any court documentation released directly or indirectly in the matter is prohibited from being posted, including but not limited to any website and or social media uh, and or internet. So just like Grudge Judge, this is a judge in Florida, like putting all this crazy stuff. And here's what I loved up here. Like as soon as I was going through, remove or cause to remove any derogatory reference to Paul G. Hyman Jr., including but not limited to any reference to him as prenup Paul, any
Hang
judicial
on. Let
complaint.
me answer somebody. They can kiss my little white ass and go somewhere else.
We're not
That's
going
all
to
I have to say about that.
we're not going to get into that.
Well,
We're not going to get into a thing with them.
yep.
Um, But yet they refer to him as prenup Paul, any judicial complaint and or derogatory comment about him, including but not limited to any alleged misconduct. So they're pretty much saying this judge said you can't put these things up on social media. You can't have these news articles out there. And this is essentially a gag order, okay? And I had
So I was
posted
right
it and
last
I
night.
tagged Megan Fox and I was like, why is it every judge in Florida with these illegal orders? And she goes, this is what she said, oh hell no, repost. No judge gets to order news articles get removed from the internet. One a bonehead. All right, are you guys ready for the next thing? Wait,
Right.
wait, wait. The judge is married to the plaintiff. Is this right? So there's Hyman
Wait,
was
what?
married to Judy Hyman, an attorney. He has two children. Hyman later married TV commentator, legal analyst Kelly Hyman, former actress.
Oh hell.
So, holy judicial conduct. I am sending another letter to the Judicial Commission of Florida. Uh, I like if this is true. So, Judge Thomas Rebel. So, I am going to be going through this. Like this is now like number one. Like I thought it was funny with the prenup Paul, like that. I'm like that's a hashtag. This is going to be a funny story, just for that. But yeah, so here we go. Hashtag buckle up.
Well, hang on a minute. Last night I said that sounded like a gag order.
Yeah, it,
Um,
it essentially is, but it's a gag order on everyone. You can tell a defendant or a plaintiff, you can tell them you can't talk about this case, but you can't stop everybody else from talking about it.
no, but the thing is, isn't that in, oh crap, what did they do to Jeremy? What was it again?
Well, this is
Didn't
what's
Judge Grudge try it on him about gagging him? But the
yes.
thing is, it's freedom of speech and freedom of expression.
Yep, this is what's known as prior restraint. You can gag when you do a gag order. You can tell it has to be limited in scope. So you can tell a plaintiff or a defendant you can't talk about the case, you can't talk about the other parties. That's it. But they can talk in general still, and that's why Jeremy was able to do that.
Good morning, Madam Mayor or
And,
Brett.
with this
Welcome.
one, this is a judge saying that news articles. Look, the Daily Mail. This judge thinks he can tell the Daily Mail to take down a news article. Reason.com, like, my God, like,
Wait, Daily Mail, the UK Daily Mail.
yes, this judge is trying to tell a UK
Who?
newspaper you have to take that down.
Wow.
No, freedom of press.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this is, and again, you guys should all, if you're on X, follow Bad Legal Takes. They always have, like, they find some funny stuff, but this one, like, I was like, oh my God, this one is insane.
Right? I'm going back to my original comment when we first met. It's in the freaking water. I'm telling you right now. I mean, that's now the second judge out of Florida, the second judge out of that area to do exactly the same thing. What is wrong with people?
And tell
What is
me there
wrong with
doesn't
your
need to be
law
judicial
system there?
reform in this country after seeing this.
Yeah, big time. There needs.
I mean, what is wrong with your legal system there? You
Good morning,
can't
Madam
stop-
Mayor and Brett.
You can't stop. You can't stop people from discussing anything. Now, if hypothetically speaking, if it was like on a security level, where where you got, it can what do you call it, homeland security. What's the thing is national security. If it's like on a level of national security, that's one thing. But this is not natural security. National security. This is like one person against another. How can you try to gag someone from saying, "Oh, they can't discuss it," when all I have to do is pay $30-40 and get a redacted copy of the film, the recording from the court case.
Here's the thing, Leah. There is no jurisdiction. This is clearly prior restraint, which the Supreme Court many times has affirmed is unconstitutional. What county in Florida? Stand by. I do know it's in Florida's 11th Judicial Circuit for Miami-Dade County. Miami-Dade County.
Oh my God, Florida's.
So guess what I'm doing today? I'm going to be looking up
video.
all these articles and reading everything I can about this.
That's absolutely insane. What is wrong with your legal? Is Florida that corrupt?
Here's the thing. This is in Miami-Dade, so that's a big city. Normally, you see corruption in small towns like Otter Creek. It'll happen because you'll get someone who's too big for their britches, but this is in Miami. And I hope other Miami officials are stepping up.
Well, I hope the news will get involved in this because, like, it seems like someone's been watching Judge Grudge too much. That's exactly the same. Exactly the same thing that Grudge Judge did.
Yep. Here's the thing. I really don't think this is a Florida thing. I think it's just a small town judge thing. I think you find this all over the U.S. where you'll get these judges who they just think they're in charge. And I used to see some stuff like this in the military of people, fellow officers or staff and senior staff and COs who they were used to being in charge at some point and then just started deciding that the law was whatever they decided. And I can't tell you how many times, like, it was like, no, you can't do that. I know you think you can, but you have to follow the proper procedures, the proper orders. And that's what you get. In fact, I was watching yesterday, New Hampshire Press Now, a guy who I really enjoy his videos. He fought corruption in a town in New Hampshire and filed his federal suit and served the sheriff who unlawfully arrested him, like served him to his face. So yeah, this is how cameras are a powerful tool towards fighting corruption. We have to fight for transparency. And
Yep.
if you're not going to your local board meetings and fighting for transparency, you're never going to get it.
Yeah, but Mike, the thing is, in the military, you know as well as I do, we have a certain like for us over here, um, regardless of king or queen, we had the Queen's regulations, and even the reservists, they have the reservist regulations,
Mhm.
and inside that you've got the AGI system, you got the Armed Forces Act 2006 or 2009. We've got a system in place, and yes, when it comes to court martial, it a lot of people seem to like try to it's just like if you want to do a service complaint, you have to go through you have to jump through so many hurdles to do a service complaint, and when you have done a service complaint, sometimes they try and keep it in house, and that's where all the problems start, because once you keep it in house, then you got the colonel, the adjutant, the RSM, the first, like your first sergeant, you got everyone getting involved, and then suddenly it spirals it down, and then it ends up in company, and then suddenly people are talking about it, and that's when any type of complaint or any type of investigation goes out the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yep.
our military doctrine or our military law, um, compared to what I've witnessed so far over the last few months, I'd rather go through military law than go through civil law, because in the military, at least you know what's coming at you.
Mhm.
You know,
This is,
it's
yeah.
just insane, mate. It's just insane. I mean, it's like what is next? They're going to say, right, you can't leave your house unless you have an escort, or you can't do this. You can't. I mean, they're richly. Oh, I can't even find a word for it. I'm totally taken aback by this. I thought your amendments and your constitutional rights and your amendments meant something to every single American citizen, but obviously judges can take that amendment and take those that constitutional your constitution and twist it, turn it, change it, amend it. Sorry, that's just the opinion. That's just the viewpoint I've got, because that's what I'm seeing. They did the same thing to Jeremy. They put
Mhm.
like a temporary TRO on him. That was temporary. That's only for a certain period of time. But
Yep.
he nearly had that for 9 months. You know,
Yeah.
can't, this is why I asked you a while back. I said, can't he do anything? Can't he contact a civil rights lawyer and do something about that? And
Well, I mean, he's in federal court now. Um, the problem is when a judge does this, it it's a very tall order. They have judicial immunity, which is one of the strongest immunities that you have out there. It's very hard to break it.
Yep.
is that convict?
I like Cuban sandwiches.
You see, Teresa and Brett. I mean, why do you do this? Like the other day, you showed me pictures of the Miami Dolphins. In my heart, by the way, just for the record. Now that you can hear me in the heart. That's all I'm saying. Love you both, but yeah, in the heart. Wait a minute. The problem is
Yeah, we need some law enforcement agencies do have civilian review boards, and that's really what we need. We need civilian review boards on a lot of these things.
Yes.
I thought you had that.
No, it's only certain jurisdictions that have it, and it's only on law enforcement.
Oh,
But I do need to get going here this morning. This was just going to be a quick one. I'm glad you guys jumped on, and I'm glad that you guys like the new intro.
I need to get. I don't know what I want to do.
That's so
Um,
that
Yeah.
that intro is going to replace the "We'll be right back" before the show.
I like I like that one. Yeah, the new one.
I was gonna go live, but I'm not gonna bother.
Well,
You
Or should
can
I?
if you want, Spawn.
I'm gonna go ahead
I'm
and end this
I'm
then.
trying to think of what all I got to do today. I know
But
there's a couple things I got to do, but nothing big.
All right then. Well, what we could, I mean, what I could do, I could go live and put the video on so you can see, driving in the UK and that, because obviously a lot of you Americanese have never been across the pond. So, um, but yeah, there's no way God created idiots. I bet he forgot to give them. Ah, man.
well, I'll do more research on this case because this is going to be one that I follow, and I can already tell I'll be writing letters on this one, and because that's what I do. And but I thank all of you guys for being here. I thank Spawn Trooper and and Squirrel for joining me.
No
Uh,
problem.
I will not be doing a stream later on tonight. You might see a video from me, and there will be no coffee in the morning, but maybe tomorrow night there'll be a stream. Um, I just have stuff going on. I'm leaving town, so um, just giving you
En-
guys a heads up. So if you're like,
en-
Where's Skipper?" That's where.
Enjoy yourself, Mike. You deserve a little
Uh,
time away.
it's not a vacation. It's I've got stuff going. Um,
Oh, you deserve a little time away from YouTube. So,
But I just wanted to let you guys know all that. So if you're questioning where am I at, that's where it is. And beyond that, thank you for being worth serving.
yep.
Yeah, see you later, guys. And yes, I'll go live.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.